I figure before I decide to run for a political office or have anything that really sets me out there in the mass public eye, and I have this come up, I figure I might as well get it out into the open now. The old elephant in the room, if you will. I must confess, roughly 1989, 1990, I was about 14 years old. There was a music group called Milli Vanilli. Those of you old folk like myself remember them. They were known for Blame It on the Rain and like Girl You Know It's True and no. Girl I'm Gonna Miss You. Girl You Know It's True I think was New Kids on the Block. I don't know. We digress. Shortly after they came out, they were exposed for lip syncing. Who knew? So, my friend and I, my best friend and I, we got this wild hair for a talent show that was coming up. We decided it would be perfect if we lip sync to lip syncers. We thought it would be hilarious for this talent show. So here's where things get controversial. I'm 14 years old. I see two black guys who are lip syncers who just got exposed for this. So my best friend and I, we decided to imitate them, like I said. So what we did is we mimicked them. That's me. It's probably a little hard to see. Let's see if we can get a better shot there. Yes. It's very hard to see that I have actually very poorly, mind you, black-faced myself, but I've got some killer dreads. And so does my best friend Matt. Especially that one going right down the middle of that one. So we black-faced ourselves. We did the hair. We even did the dance that Milli Vanilli did for this talent show. We nailed it. Now, I've also seen a few videos floating around YouTube and all this of people getting really worked up over, like, for instance, a teacher in California that did blackface to imitate a South African woman, a missionary, to teach her children about it. And the internet blew up about how dare you and how racial insensitive you are and everything. And I opened up a can of worms, maybe like I am now, and said, you know what? You look at context. Look at what they're doing. Here's my thing. I was 14 years old when I poorly blackfaced myself. We were not doing it to be offensive. We were doing it to be comical. Not comical in the sense of, hey, I'm making fun of black people. We did it in the sense of, we're making fun of Milli Vanilli. If they were Asian, we probably would have gone and tried to find a way to slant our eyes or something. I don't know. And maybe done like a black, like Dumb and Dumber haircut type thing. I don't know. Maybe even like if they were something, we would have portrayed that to portray them. It wasn't out of trying to be offensive. Well, I think what I'm trying to say is a lot of times in life, you see people do something that we're so quick to jump the gun and say, that's offensive. When in reality, what that person was trying to do was teach or make light of something or someone, in the sense of Tropic Thunder, with Robert Downey Jr., he was an actor who went blackface to portray a black person. He did it out of comedy, out of the part that he was playing. He wasn't making fun of well, maybe a little bit of black people, but he wasn't making fun of black people, okay? He was probably just being stereotypical, but I watched a movie or an interview with Jamie Foxx this morning. He said that Robert Downey Jr. was praised for going blackface by the black community. They thought it was hilarious. That was okay. But if somebody else goes blackface for something else, like me going blackface for Milli Vanilli, and the day that I say, you know what, I got a wild hair, I want to run for president, and somebody busts out this picture and go, whatever, nice try, dude. You went blackface. Look, I was just making fun of Milli Vanilli, that's all. I just think that people get too offended over too much. If somebody's going to dress up like something and mock someone, that's when you start crossing the line. When you dress up like somebody to maybe educate, how are they educating? Are they doing it in an offensive way? And when I say offensive, I mean dropping the N-word or talking like a southern slang and being like, I love fried chicken and iced tea. That might be a little offensive to some people. I do not recommend that. But if you dress up like a black person and you emulate the part you're playing and don't do it in a mockery way, it's a little different. If you're doing it to try and educate, or even just, hey, I'm dressing up like Martin Luther King because it's Martin Luther King Day and I want to teach my fellow, classmates about him. Look, don't come unglued on that poor little kid who dressed up like Martin Luther King or anyone else because they're trying to teach their classmates about things. I think everybody just needs a hug. And in today's society, I'm not going to lie, it really terrifies me the direction that a lot of people and a lot of things are going. So I guess what it all just comes down to is just try and be nice to each other and don't get worked up. But remember, if you do, just remember Milli Vanilli. Blame it on the rain. Yeah. Those of you who are too young to know Milli Vanilli, look it up on YouTube. Google it. Check them out. They're actually quite entertaining if you really think about it. Knowing that they bamboozled almost the whole world into thinking that they really sang the songs. And they didn't. So, there you have it. There's my just kind of little thought rant and exposing the past elephant in the room that may keep me from running for president. I don't know. But there, I said it. I went blackface. If any of you are offended, leave a comment below. Let's see how many offended comments I can get. At least give me a thumb up and say you're offended. Then I know I did my job. Also, share so your friends could get offended that your friend went blackface. I don't know. So we'll see you later. Bye.